who would like to talk through this first part where Mark opens a bank account with $20. He plans to put $5 in each week. And then it just says the first part, write an equation that would represent the total amount of money that Mark would have over time. Does this look familiar, first of all?
Yeah.
What do you think? Where is it from? Test. So we didn't do really good at it. We did okay. So Connor, you said you want to talk through this?
I have L, or stands for money, times 5, or equals 5 times E,
Plus what?
20.
Thoughts on his equation? Eli, thoughts on the equation? So you have this as the independent? Okay, good. Why is that the dependent variable? Good. Okay, Peyton, he's got the dependent variable. What else would you like to label? Which would be? Think about it. What's a variable? Is a variable a number?
Oh, no. I think it'd be S or T.
Independent variable. Who would like to explain why that's the independent variable? Braden, why is that the independent variable?
Because that's like the amount of weeks he's putting.
So this is the amount of weeks he gets to choose, right? And then that makes how much money he has. Good. Austin, what's the rate up here?
20.
Think about that.
5.
Why is it 5?
Because
What does that 5 represent?
it's the money that gets added each week.
Yes, and what do we know about a rate? It has 2 units. This is dollars per week, right? Dollars and weeks are the units. So we know rates have 2 units. That's his rate, which then, Eva, what's the 20?
That's the Y.
Okay, so this is the Y-intercept. Cam, what does the Y-intercept mean?
It's
Okay, it's all right. That's a harder one. Dylan, what's the Y-intercept mean?
the Y-intercept is where, when he opens his bank account, that's where it starts.
Where it starts. Yeah. He starts with $20 in this case. We've labeled, we've talked about it. Any questions about this warm-up? Trying to give you a lot of time today to work on your... It's kind of a bit of a review for Investigation 1. Even though we're in Investigation 2, I'm excited that you guys are doing better at that. We have no Friday school this week. Scores are in the grade book from last investigation test. So we were at like a 78. You guys did really well on the paper part. Really well. It brought us up to like an 83.3 average as a class. That's cool. I mean, you guys had an 82 average on the last test. That's the highest average I've ever had. And you just beat it with an 83.3.
What was the lowest thing on the paper part?
What? You're always curious. You're always curious about the lowest.
I just didn't know that. He's doing it very well. He's always a 3, and it's going to be 3.
Is it Cam?
That's what he's asking. And then, yes, Cam, you can come and ask me that after class. Okay. Yeah, if it's Cam. No. Retakes. Next Tuesday in the morning. Next Wednesday in the morning. Okay? And then if you are one of those kids that did not pass, which is only 4, okay? You can do it Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, or it happens during Wednesday, your time, during the long lunch and recess, and I will find you. Guaranteed. You will not be able to hide. Okay? And if worst case scenario, I'll keep you after school. So, and that's just a phone call. All right. So, retakes next Tuesday morning. Obviously, that's a good time. Show up here about this test doesn't take that long, so you don't have to be here by 7:15. Okay. And then, of course, I'm not taking you away from your friends at that time because they're not here either. So, if you want that time, I will be here. Okay, and I'll do that Wednesday morning too. Any questions about this? Today, table and a graph. Still using a table graph to solve linear problems. Who put the homework up? It was Taya. Taya, go ahead and everyone get their homework out, and we're going to listen to Taya. She is going to talk to us about her homework. And hey, you guys should listen, because Taya crushed the test. She knows her stuff. She really did super duper well. So listen to her. Go for it, Taya. Callie, can you sit? So the first question asks, I'll read the question and you can explain. After how many minutes does Ingrid catch up with Tara?
Okay, I put Ingrid catches up with Tara in 4 minutes because the graph shows where their two lines cross each other, so which is at 4 minutes, so I put there.
Questions for Taya? No questions? Everyone got 4 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, next question says, how far from Tara's house does Ingrid catch up with Tara?
I put Ingrid catches up with Tara at 1,000 feet because on the graph it shows where they met up from where they both started at.
Questions? Everyone's got that one? Okay. D, each graph intersects the distance axis, the y-axis, okay? It intersects the y-axis. What do these points of intersection give you about their situation?
I put that it shows the time and distance, like how far they've walked and how much time.
Yeah. So we know that Tara started at
200, right?
Here it's 500.
500.
Yep. Okay. And we know that Ingrid started at
0.
Okay. And then which line is steeper? How can you tell from the graph? And how is the steepness of each line related to the rate?
I put Ingrid's is steeper because she had to walk farther because she didn't get a head start, and it's related to the rate because it shows like how much she's walked, like her distance of how far she's walked in.
And who has a
Or
faster
is it
rate?
a she or a he?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ingrid?
Ingrid does.
Ingrid has a faster rate because it's a steeper graph. Perfect. We're not going to cover F because I think everyone's got that. All right. That was really good. And once again, I told you, she's really crushing this unit. So if you guys have questions or if you're at her group, you can ask her.
They're both girls.
Tara and Ingrid, more than likely.
It says it.
Okay. All right. So, thank you. Okay. I'm not going to start with this, but I am going to do a teaching point on this today. So I will have a teaching moment for about 5-8 minutes, go over one concept that I feel that we're still not quite solid in this class. But I want you to start today We're going to use the sheet from yesterday, the one that had the table and the graph. You can flip that sheet over, and this is, yesterday some of you got to B. Okay? If, depending on where you were, that's where I want you to start off in B. Okay? And then we'll go to C all, D all, and then I am pretty sure that a few of you in here will get through that, and then I'll put up the extension problem. Any questions?
No, senor.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, you guys, I would like you to make sure to read the problems, right? So we get that on the mic, and then discuss it, and then work on solving it. Okay?
So that was going on YouTube.
Okay. Didn't we do? We did all of A. We did all of A,
My
right?
wonderful pig page.
Yeah, we did all of A.
I got to be.
I was on.
I had like, you were on C. No, I'm done with C.
Speed demon over here.
I am, and it works well.
It makes you sloppy.
No, it doesn't. My work is perfect and flawless.
I've heard
So
Mr.
we're on-
Pong
yeah, we're
say
on
a ton of
31.
homework.
Yeah, we did all of A. We're on
It
31.
is. Which one's for B? C1.
Alright,
Emil.
what's B1? How far does Emil walk in 20 seconds?
Wait, which paper? I'm now really confused. Is it my pig paper, guys? Or is it this paper?
He walks 60, he walks 50, he walks 50 meters. No, he walks 50 meters, don't even do anything.
This is my wonderful pig paper.
You're showing that to YouTube, you realize.
I don't care. YouTube, here's my pig paper.
Nobody cares about you. Did you do like the little circle,
Who's gonna
bigger
watch
circle
this?
thing?
Except the students
No one.
in 7th grade.
So we can
Hopefully
basically say
no
that
one
what you
does.
want to do.
Okay, C. How can you determine which
Yeah.
of the two lines will be steeper from the table and the data and the equation?
All of us are still on B1. You're the only one on C.
Okay, then you guys can talk.
Alright, so
Work
B1
Emil.
is 50 meters. I have proof right here. 20 equals 50. Isn't that correct? Alright,
Nope.
now 2.
It's correct, Mundo.
So after 20 seconds, how far apart are the brothers? How is the distance?
Okay, wait. I'm B2 now. After 20
Alright,
seconds, how
they
far?
are 15 meters apart.
Huh?
They are 15 meters apart. Dylan, I have proof right here if you don't believe me. Look, 20, 65,
After
50.
how many seconds?
20 seconds.
Oh.
They're how many meters apart? 15. Alright, so
What? Huh? After 20 seconds. Oh. Okay. After how many seconds? After 20 seconds.
I have a problem.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so
15 meters.
alright, so number 3 is the point. Wait, are you guys on B3?
you have to read it out loud, Cam.
Sorry.
Let me do it.
So is the point?
Is the point 2670 on either graph?
No.
Oh,
20? No, because it only goes up by 5s.
well,
26 and 30 or 70?
Yeah, no.
No.
No, that's just correct.
Because
Then number 4 is What does it say? What will Emil overtake Henry? Explain. Or when will 74? Because let's do 74.
Overtake.
Oh, overtake. 50 meters.
You didn't explain why.
No. Sorry. 75 meters or above.
That's the right. It's at 75 or above, not at 75, right? But 75 or above.
Okay, you gotta
75
explain
for
all
one. Okay.
Not all of them. Only the ones that it says to explain.
And then is the point 26? Dude, you're trying to get using the math writing rule book to get a 4 out of 4 writing response.
Circle, one big circle.
Oh, it's little circle, bigger circle.
Circle.
Are you making pigs?
I'll tell you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all with different personalities.
WWE.
It's kind of like that girl with that ball. She creates a family with all those different personalities.
It's not
Kelly,
my fault.
Kelly,
They're
it's
really
a song.
fun to draw.
It's a song.
Yeah.
It's like little circle, bigger
talking about
circle,
which number you
WWE.
want.
You know, you have to do it in the melody.
Little circle, one big circle, little circle, one big circle, little circle, one big circle, WWE.
My dad taught me that.
Still talking about the race.
How it's 3D.
Stop forgetting that we're on camera.
Who watches this again?
Yeah, I'm on camera.
Who watches this? You know? Yeah. So 4. Okay, so
I'm
now we're
gonna
on
win
C.
the best.
We're on C, and I am out of paper, so I need some more paper.
Okay, we're on D4. Hurry up, Karen, we're on D4.
I'm gonna wait till you guys are at D.
At 31 seconds. Emil will overtake Henry.
Need any help? Make sure
Henry.
you have asked, but you can also ask me too.
See, I also have the fat thing.
31 seconds.
Okay, guys, don't you love my family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pigs?
Hell's going
Is that how many kids you have?
No. My pig family. And I'm going to name them. This is Porky,
Today we're gonna do some memes.
Bad idea.
because he's the fattest.
Wow, what's his name? Porky Pie?
C1.
Pinkie Pie? Alright, we're on C1, right?
How can you determine which of the two lines would be steeper from a table of data?
I said the table of data. Well, you can tell which line will be steeper by the table of data because of the higher the number.
I'm trying to think.
Wait, you can tell.
I'm supposed to talk.
Wait, hey, start from the beginning.
No, don't write down what she's. Yeah, okay. She could be wrong.
She could be wrong. She's usually right. She's like a straight A.
Okay. How you can tell.
So I have Porky. He is 57.
Pounds?
That's small for a kid.
He's 57 years old. He's 450 pounds.
That's a thick boy.
That sounded
Are you
bright.
making your pencil? Okay.
I said, I waited.
Stop. You can tell.
Guys, we're being watched. Come on.
Okay.
Whichever increases by a larger amount
We're on
on the table and on. Ow! I just stabbed myself in the hand.
Ow! What is wrong? Why did you do that?
That's not right.
I'm trying to think.
My pencil.
Dylan's trying to
falling.
think, but I can hear you. Wait, Mr. McFarland, when we finish, what do you want us to do when we finish?
Extensions. He said extensions. He wants us to do
Where are
extensions.
the extensions? Stop putting it on my desk. Extensiosos.
Hey.
Cam. Guys, let's work.
No, you can.
We are working. We're on C. What?
You can tell.
So, D1. At what point do Emily and Henry's graphs cross the y-axis? They cross the y-axis at they cross the y-axis at 45, right?
It's quiet without Otis.
At what? So what do you guys have for D1?
I'm not on D. We're not supposed to do D's.
Yeah? D-all.
Oh, B all, C all, and D all. Oh, I understand now.
The y-axis comes first, right? Like putting it on paper.
Another picnic, guys.
Crispy.
Pork chop. Pork chop.
Wait, Justin.
It's pork chop. Do you have a pork chop in there?
You're getting him to.
Okay. Is 3. Justin.
Pig.
Oh, I'm using that. I have a pig family. Papa Pig is 95 years old.
Grandma, you know.
Okay, so
You're only on D4? We're almost on D.
you're
No?
We are on D.
Yeah, so are we.
on D yet?
Yeah.
So, what information did
What did you guys get for C2? That's what I'm on.
I got the equation whatever has the bigger or the higher rate.
Okay.
So, D1, what plane do Emily and Henry's graphs cross the y-axis? So wouldn't that be at 0 and 45?
For D1?
Yeah.
At which point cross the y-axis. They cross the y-axis. And here's so. Crazy pig? Like
Alfredo.
Mervin. I hate doing Mervin.
How old should Mervin be?
If he's crazy, yeah, 20. In his 20s.
So we have Pork Chop, who's 55, Peppa Pig, who's 95, Crispy Bacon, who's 27, Porky, who's 57, Shade, who's just 7, and Mervin, who's 21.
Do you have bacon fingers?
No, I have Crispy Bacon.
Crispy bacon, that's better.
Do like oil.
Hot dog
just
water?
Oil.
Hot dog water.
Ooh, hot dog.
Water. You know, from Scooby-Doo?
And hot dogs would be 5.
What's Scooby-Doo?
One day when the cow is an adult, he'll be on a pig farm. Naming all her pigs.
Yeah. My sister names everything. Like, seriously, like, we
Hey guys,
we
let's
have
work.
we have a clock.
I'm on
that has a name.
D1.
I'm on D2.
I'm on D1, yes.
I'm at D3.
What information do these points represent in the terms of the base?
I said it shows exactly when they meet up, and from then on, Emily takes off.
At what points do Emil's and Henry's graphs cross the y-axis? On what?
How can these points be found?
Wouldn't it be like 0? No, it'd be like
0 and 45.
negative 45.
Which one are you guys on?
D3.
D3. I'm on D1 still.
How do these points be found in a table and in an equation?
What did you guys get for D1? I said they cross the y-axis at
0 and 45.
0, 5. Yeah, because that's the one that it started at. Okay, that makes sense.
So what's the pig that's like going like kind of messed up?
Kind of messed up.
Messed up.
It's like a disformity pig. Berry. Cow. It's berry.
Berry. Bear. Okay.
Mutton. Swine. Because that's a different name for pig.
Well, there's swine somewhere else.
That's right.
How old should Barry be? 200.
No, he's just born. He was born with a disformity. So like 8.
He's just he's misunderstood.
Right.
So he is 22.
Sure. Seems like he's had his disformity for a while. Alright, D2. What's D2 say? What information? 0.
We have a real piece of pig. Oh, yes. Maybe. I'm gonna do it just because I'm going to compare
If you guys put your pencils down for a sec. Okay. So one of the questions, the first question, asks for you to figure out where they are at 50 meters. Or no, 20 seconds. Sorry. And what did you use to figure that out? Eli. Okay, so you did the rate times 20. So you went 2.5 times 20. Okay. Who else solved that differently? Cam.
I just looked at my table because I had all the work down, and I saw where it went.
And it had 20 right on your table, didn't it? So let's talk about the table, because I want to make sure you guys understand this, that yes, I can use an equation like Eli and figure it out, but I also can use the table. So here, if I asked you, this is Brady and Eddie. This is Brady and Eddie. Brady's getting that 100-meter head start, right? Because Eddie beat him, right, in the race. And so Eddie's like, dude, I'll beat you again. I'll give you a 100-meter head start. And Brady's like, all right, let's do this. And so they ski at the same rate that they did in the first race. But now Brady has a 100-meter head start. So I started filling this table. And so I got to 20. And this is what's great when a relationship is linear and proportional. if it's linear and proportional, I can look at my table and take numbers from before and just multiply and scale them up. So Eddie is proportional. Why is Eddie proportional? Yeah?
Because he doesn't start at 100.
He doesn't start at 100. He started at 0. So I can be like, well, if he's here at 10 seconds, he's at 258 meters. At 20 seconds, it's just going to be double that. So he would be at 464 meters. 64 meters, not 68. So this is how far Eddie is now. That's easy because he's proportional. Brady is also linear. But I can't just look at 10 and multiply it by 2. Doesn't work. Why? Because he had 100 added on, right? So, what can I do to figure out what 20 is quickly? If I wanted to use 10. Yeah, Callie?
You just double that.
So I would double this, but that would mean it's proportional. But then what? Nope. Yeah, she's close. Let's talk about this number. What does that 333 represent? What does it represent? His meters per second times 100 times 10. Okay, plus what? Plus the 100. So this 333 is how fast Brady's going per second plus his head start. So if I want to figure out this number, what would I do? Talk to your tables.
Well, you times that by 2.
And then do what? Any ideas? I heard Connor say it.
I thought it was something at first, but then I realized I was totally wrong.
Subtracted the 100. That would
So I heard Connor and Eli both said, well, can you multiply that by 2 and subtract the 100, which is the head start? So I would get 566. We're going to multiply by 2. That's going to equal 666. Subtract 100, 566. So how can I check to see if that's right? How can I check to see if that's right? What can I use to check that? Yeah? Yeah, but what do I need to what do I need? The equation. So, what's Brady's equation? 23.3 times his 20 seconds plus his 100. Let's see, what does that equal? Figure that out. Get your calculators. Come on, Breen, get your calculator. 23.3.
Packet is missing.
It's blue, and it's not here.
5, 6.
So it does work. So if it's not proportional, I can double and triple and do all the scaling, but what do I need to do in the end? Subtract if it's a positive, and if it's a negative, add it. And then I still will get the number. My last question. How can I figure out what 18 seconds is using a table? Like, how far is Brady at 18 seconds? It doesn't say it, but how can I use the table to figure that out? Go talk to your tables. I want to use the table. How do I use the table?
vibrations. It just keeps going up and up and up.
Probably around there somewhere. Yes, but I want you to use the table. So how can I use the table? That's good. I love the equation. Yes. But how can I use the table? You have 2 on yours. Can you give it to him? All right. All right. How can I use the table, and who wants to give it a shot? Matthias. Oh, come on. Someone be a risk taker. You guys are all phenomenal. I got Connor saying, okay, I'll try it, but who else? Come on. He's already taken some risks today. Peyton, go for it. Okay, so but how would I use the table? Okay. I mean, yes, I could use the equation, right? But I was asking you, how could I use the table to help figure it out? Because that's even a bigger understanding. Want to try? Pretty good. You guys aren't taking a lot of risks today. Dylan, you want to try it?
I just have an idea.
All right, I like the idea. Go for it.
Maybe you could find how many times Brady would go in 3 seconds.
Because, okay, so explain why you're choosing 3 seconds.
Because at 15 plus 3, it's 18 seconds.
So you're saying take the 449.5 and then add 3 seconds times his rate, which is 23.33. So what does that equal? Can someone, you got calculators out? What'd you get?
I was doing the same thing. I think it's like
69.9. Yep. Okay. And then if I add that onto the 449.5, what do I get?
You get 500 and let me see.
520.5? Okay. You guys see what he did? He said, well, here he is at 15 seconds. Let's get that down here. This would be his distance for 3 more seconds. So 15 seconds and 3 more seconds would make 18 seconds. So here's my question. Where's the 100? The 100 just disappeared. Where is it?
Uh-oh, it's hidden.
Where'd it go? Yeah?
It was subtracted because, you subtract the 100 whenever you can.
I didn't subtract it.
Oh.
Connor, where'd the 100 go? So where is it in this equation? It's in here. It's already in there.
I said you subtracted it and then added the other one.
Well, that was in the... Kind of. But the 100's already in here, right? Because here, it's already included. All right. Go ahead. Put away your things. Please get your warm-up and get your exit ticket out. What's up, Braden?
Instead of 520.5, I don't know. I got 520.
I might have done an adding mistake. I don't think I did.
449.5 plus 3 times 23.3.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. I did do a mistake there. Okay, homework. Get your planners out. It is question 4, A and B. This is not going to take long. These are pretty quick. But they're good. They're great questions on what we've been working on.
What's the warm-up?
Exit ticket. So, the day before we figured out Allie, her time. Yesterday we figured out that Grace would make it to the fountain before Allie because she only lives 90 meters away. So today, Allie decided, darn it, I'm tired of showing up after Grace at the fountain. So, Allie says, Grace, will you give me a 30-second head start? Grace says, yes. So who's going to show up first now? Okay, go for it. Work at your tables. Resources, Taya. Way to go. Schmitty, good job. Resources. Really good job. Resources. You got 8 out of 8.
Oh.
Yeah. Cam, resources.
Okay, so if it takes
Put this in your resources.
It takes her 100 seconds.
Hennessy, resources. Yeah, out of 8. It's out of 8. Put in your resources. Out of 8 points. Put in your resources. Put this in your resources, Braden. It's out of 8 points. Put that in your resources. Out of 8 points. Hold on. Put this in your resources. Put this in your resources. Eva, resources. Connor, resources. Good job. Out of 8 points. Liza, resources. Out of 8 points. Callie, resources. Otis. Well, no, it was out of 8. So you got 8. You got 8 out of 8. You crushed it. Hennessy. Those are both homework or exit tick. Yeah, figure out where they go. Otis is in here. Hey, who did that? I did. Okay, Cam got it?
Mark me down for 100.
Kelly.
You know I always do my best. Until he watches our YouTube. Then I'm going to do like an ad.
You guys
No, I raised it. And that's not my fault. I was waiting for you to start. And so then I just started talking about pink. It never was. How about that? Pink.
Who did that?
I didn't know why. How about that? That. No. How much do you Yeah, sure. He likes you. Oh, I have
This table's chaos over here, Justin.
Y'all don't know. It's fine. Wait, how do you know that makes it? Yeah, no, I like it. I've never seen you draw. I don't think so. Liza, you did? Liza, pink.
Oh, yeah, you just went in and draw.
I know.
Okay,
That's why I called her
here,
furry.
who did that?
I did. I got 100% on it. Yo, I actually have fun in that thing. I'm admitting it, Mr. McFarland. Alright. You got
Hey guys,
no joke.
someone want to share real quick? What'd you get? Austin, what'd you guys come up with?
I said Grace. Oh, I said Grace because I know it takes Allie 100 seconds to get to the fountain, and
Whoa, it takes Allie 100 seconds, but we just gave her a 30-second head start.
But that's a 30-second head start, and I did 100 minus 30, which equals 70, and
And Grace, it takes
60.
Boom. Good thinking. All right, guys. See you later.